Pisces, what's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? So, listen, I'm only doing a Pisces read. I don't do no cross watching. I don't do no double trouble. Like, get all the Pisces X's up into a read type shit. I don't fuck with that. That's not how I roll. I don't fuck with that type of energy. I think that shit's annoying, right? I don't like stalkers. It's just that plain, that simple. If you want to go watch your own read that on my channel, that's fine. If you like the way I read, go over there, right? So if you have Pisces in your chart, in a strong placement, and you would like to continue this reading, let's get it. Okay, so I did write down some messages for y'all, and y'all are really the only ones that I did this so far for, right? The first thing that popped out was boundaries versus walls. Okay, now you might not think that there's a difference, right? Boundaries versus walls, like there's really no difference there. But what I was picking up on is that boundaries are spoken word, right? When you're making boundaries with someone or a certain situation, you are literally physically telling them, this is my boundary. Nobody can really read your mind on what your boundaries are. We can only use, like, the past experiences that we've had in order to assume what boundaries are. But boundaries, right, are something that are verbally agreed upon, right? A verbal line, right? In walls, right? Your walls are a totally separate entity. Your walls are what keeps you in your head, in your mind, right? In just completely to yourself. It's a whole entire independent private affair type shit where you build a whole entire wall masking your true emotions and true feelings on a situation. Those walls are not necessarily a positive or a negative, right? Those walls are something that literally limits your growth, right? And so while you're comfortable in your walls, or comfortable being independent, or comfortable being a recluse, or comfortable just being you, surface level you with people you're maybe romantically trying to get involved with, it's like that's the issue. that's actually the problem. Like, you're running into yourself here. You're not really running into any problems when it comes to finding people. You're really just running into yourself. I think that. So I also, I got a hair in my mouth, and I was about to say something about this. I was gonna say, someone around you is testing you, whether it's someone, something, or a situation. So there's something testing you, and they said this will put some hair on your chest. Okay, you know that saying, like my grandmother always used to say, this will put some hair on your ass type shit. It's like when you're taking back a strong drink, or taking back a huge, like, very, very, I don't know, intense situation or intense emotion. Like, it's going to make you hardened, right? It's going to make you hardened in your mannerisms towards people. It's going to make you hardened in like who you accept around you. It's going to make you hardened almost in a, I'm going to say in a negative way, right? Because, like, this is building you up to be strong where you don't need to necessarily have that. You know what I mean? You don't need this, whatever this extra boost or extra strength is. Someone might be saying this to you where they're like, I'm going to put some hair on your chest, or I'm going to make you into da-da-da-da, or I'm going to make you into this, make you into that. I'm going to tutor you this way, tutor you that way. I'm going to tell you who you are, what you are, and where to be, how to grow and how to go. And maybe this isn't the most appropriate. Like, this could be someone younger than you. This could be your partner who is maybe like I said, overstepping the boundary that maybe even hasn't been made yet. It's like you can't really relax, I think, around this person because they're putting you through so many tests and so many situations that are unenjoyable, or just like the person's talking to you like you're stupid. And even though it comes off as like sarcasm and goofy, they're doing too much, they're playing too much, they're saying too much, you know what I mean? I think, like, you've been forgiving, but does forgiving really change the behavior itself? Not really. Okay, because this is a lot of tension. This is a lot of, like, even physical tension. Maybe you could even feel it sexually or in the bedroom with an individual. it's a lot of tension. It is a lot of backbreaking work almost to carry this person. Like I got carrying across the finish line. Of course, the Super Bowl was tonight, so I have all this shit in my head. I have Rihanna's experience in my head. It's like she was sitting there carrying the whole fucking field, and then the end of the game. If you watch the end of the game, there's a lot of people pissed off right now. That's not my cup of tea, but I'm just saying that end. Even I said like, oh shit, there's something going on here. But so while I will say it's like people aren't taking you seriously, or this person isn't taking you seriously, they don't take your trials, right? What you put forward on the platter, they don't take seriously. It's like they want to be able to control what you put forward, right? It's like they want to turn you up a notch when you don't have any more notches to go. You know what I mean? So they might be trying to ask you for something that you just can't give, right? And this can be anyone, right? This could be anyone, but at the same time, I wanted to focus this around love, and it being almost the 14th, y'all, Valentine's Day. I want to focus this around this idea that, you're stunted in growth, not only because of yourself and your own walls and your own unwillingness to speak and to take action, but also because another person is kind of enforcing this onto you. Another situation has caused you to be at a standstill, right? So we have Nine of Swords, okay? Nine of Swords to me is like, there's really no plan involved here. You're kind of just running ahead, or this person's kind of running ahead with you without really, it's almost like there's no emotion there. Okay, there's like all these, maybe there's thoughts spinning around, but no emotion put to that. It's like they've never really challenged their own emotions on the situation. They've never put forward like their true feelings. That's very, very suspicious. That's suspicious. We have the Emperor here, which is like, okay, so while they act like, tough, strong, capable people, is tough, strong, and capable like truly what you need right now, versus someone who can just be like supportive emotionally, right? Because that's what I'm seeing. It's like you don't want like someone who's gonna box you into a corner. You want someone who's going to be emotionally supportive towards you. Two of Cups is like, like the dynamic is just night and day. It's black and white. It's not the yin and yang, babe. It's not the yin and yang. This is white and black. This is very different dynamic. It can be really, really, really painful and taxing. To be honest with you, what I see is, even if it's a case from the past where I'm talking about one of your past partners, it's reappearing into your life through newer partners as well. And that's what you're kind of worried about. It's like, oh, am I going to carry this over because I was attracted to this past person, or dealing with this and dealing with that? Is this person still affecting me today? Are they still thinking about me? Like, those are all very obsessive thoughts that don't really coordinate to the problem ahead, which is like, you need to be on your best game in order to shut those types of people down, right? The Tower in the reverse, yeah, you need to be on your game. Like you haven't been lately. You've been very topsy-turvy, like very careless about who you allow into your show. And Knight of Wands is even more confirmation. If you look at that fucking card right there, it's like, you know where you're supposed to be headed, or like who you're supposed to become, and yet you allow one motherfucker, one toxic, nasty situation to get in your way there, right? You may have been put into a third-party situation. You may have had, a whole entire battle over one person or over one relationship. That doesn't really give you an excuse, though. Even if you were blind to all that and you were in denial and all that, like, that shouldn't take you away from your life, you know what I mean? That shouldn't take you away from your true singular goals, just as a single person or as an individual, you know what I mean? So it got lost in the sauce somewhere. It got lost in the sauce for sure. Alright, let me see. I think that you tried to like stay quiet through the crises though. Like, I think you tried to do like crisis management in a way that might have been fucked up, where instead of maybe arguing with the person, you chose to shut your mouth. Instead of like defending yourself. You know what I mean? You let things go down that shouldn't have been going down. Okay, so you refuse to defend yourself, whether it was out of fear or, you know, I think honestly you were more scared of how you were going to react more than how this person was reacting already, to be honest. You're really like, I don't know why this person sees you as such a small fish to fry type shit. I don't know why they see you like that, because I'm seeing a person who has a lot of personality, a lot of kind of like borderline psychotic traits, even, or like not even crazy traits. It's just like you have traits in you where I wouldn't want to fuck with you that way. You know what I mean? Yeah, they saying like I think that calling out the activity that this person was trying to put on you, or calling out like the disgust, and calling out the like genuine disrespect that was going on, was just necessary. So there's no reason to really regret that. You know what I mean? There's no reason to regret you speaking up for yourself or standing up for yourself. Okay? That might have been the end of the situation, but that's a lesson in itself. This person can't even take, like, the one time you decide to speak up for yourself, this person can't even take that. That's how weak they are. That's how weak they are. That's how fragile they are. And they kept calling you fragile and calling you sensitive and calling you this and calling you that. But the moment you open your mouth in a serious manner and say, fuck you and fuck off. So interesting, right? So now more thoughtfully moving forward, you're not weird or strange for still thinking about this past situation. It might be fresh, it might not be fresh. You're not weird or strange for wondering whether there could have been a better situation out of that, whether this could have developed into like a more positive and supportive situation. That's not even a part of like your future at all. This person is not a part of your future at all. This whole entire shady, fucked up situation, it doesn't move forward with you. You understand what I mean? Like, you gotta say goodbye to it. Like, in your heart or in your head, you gotta say goodbye to it. Because I know how frustrating that is when you don't really get to say goodbye to someone. It's just, it ends the way it is, and then it's just like, fuck. You know, I didn't even get my whole, like, what I wanted to say out. You might have had that shit ready, and the person might have already blocked you or already left, and now you're kind of left in this butthurt position. Thing is, why that though? Why do you need to feel hurt? Why do you need to feel pain? That's what you felt through the whole entire situation. Why do you need to feel it now, right? Can't you just release it? They ask if you're a role model. Are you a role model for those around you? Do people look up to you? Why do they look up to you? Right? If you haven't tackled these issues, why would you ask for people to look up to you or see you in a bigger light, or to see you grow? You know what I mean? If somebody wants to experience a relationship with you, if somebody wants to love on you, what reasons do they have outside of the fact that you might be still a little crazy over your last relationship? Where is you, right? What are you giving to people if it's not the ultimate truth, right? Are you giving them a lie because you've dealt with bad situations of the past? Are you lying to them? Are you spinning a story? Are you saying you're over something that you're not over? I think you should question that before you move ahead and cement a relationship. Okay? And this is more about Pisces. I'm going to say it's vice versa for you. Okay? Because I don't like the fucking crosswatches. So it's vice versa for you. You know, it could have been this person. It could have been you. Roles can be reversed. I think wearing the mask is just the easiest route sometimes, and when you do that though, you put yourself in a really, really scary position, because you're giving somebody a false sense of yourself, a false sense of your reality. You are telling somebody you're something you're not, and then that person may love that person that you are not. You know what I mean? And because they love that person that you aren't, then there's pressure on your side. And that's when thick shit can get fucked up and really, really fucked and toxic. And then you're kind of left to pick up the pieces after that point and decide where you want to go moving forward. You're emotional about it for sure. I can see crying. I can see emotions here. I can see you like maybe even praying for somebody or praying for yourself, praying for your own love life moving ahead. And even though this doesn't seem like it's too romantic, I feel like there's something about like Romeo and Juliet or like all them shitty rom-com movies. Maybe you've been watching a lot of rom-coms. There's something about relationships to you that really, really sticks out and makes you feel warm. I think like when you actually see the positive dynamics between people, it makes you really, really want that. Like it makes you almost loathe them in a way, because you're just like it's churning. You know what I mean? You want that. You want that. You've always wanted that. Why not you? Right? Why not you? Why couldn't it be you? Right? Yeah. Why couldn't it be you? The moon in the reverse, because you're not done growing yet. You're not done expanding yet. You can't. You got to pick a side here. You got to stop being fake. Okay. You got to stop presenting yourself as somebody who is this powerful, all-loving, all-seeing God. Because you're not. You're just another motherfucker with more problems, right? You're emotional. You can be an emotional fucking wreck. You can be the scariest person on the motherfucking planet. You can be hateful. You can be loving. You can be empathic. You can be clingy, right? But the moment that you start being honest with yourself, and honest with the potential partners, you're gonna see like a stockpile of positive people run towards you, right? The strength in the upright. You see how she's holding that fucking demon's mouth open? You see that? How she's able to do that? Really, like, she's chill about it too. Let me show you. She's chill about that shit too. You don't see her screaming. She just said, what? Like, what the fuck are you doing? She got like one little foot in there. She said, what the fuck are you doing? So like you gotta like really, really, really focus here. As far as the signs that I see coming your way, let me see. Okay, so you have water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So other water signs are coming your way romantically, and that looks like fire and water. More mixes of fire and water are coming your way. So that is who is going to approach you, or who you're going to be dealing with for the next couple of months. Now, as far as where it's going to go, let me see. Four of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, that's not too good. That's like, okay, so you're wanting me to sacrifice my everything, all of my time, all of my stability for you. That's kind of how you feel, I think, going into the relationship or approaching somebody. And Ace of Wands is like, you got to see the bigger fucking picture here and use your intuition, and don't doubt yourself. When you start getting churning in your stomach, where you start almost feeling like, oh yeah, this person is no bueno, not good. Two of Wands in the reverse. Trust your gut instinct. Don't keep acting blind to the motherfucker. Trust your gut. Ace of Swords in the upright. Trust your gut. Yeah, they're saying like you got to trust your gut. Okay? Trust your fucking gut. Otherwise, the situation could drag out for way longer than it needs to. That's what I'm going to say. Goodbye, Pisces.